Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing really good. We are gonna explore a bit of the scribing quest. Is it a grind? Or is it not? But yeah, Khan's making an awesome video, so we're gonna be privy to his mind's work today. And hello, Khan.
Hello there.
Hello there. How was that intro, Khan? We're gonna enjoy and observe your work.
That's not exactly work. It's nothing we haven't already done to a degree. We're doing it a little more thoroughly, though, now.
Yep. So where are you in that quest line right now?
Coming towards the end of the first bit of the quest line. You know, the first wing.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right now I'm on a bit which isn't terribly interesting. What is the stream called, by the way? What did you name us today, this whole thing that we're doing?
Happy Hump Day. And then let's get scribing. Because we're also going to be checking out Abnathan later, so... Talking to Mr. Alfred Molina. Yeah!
I would like you to quiz everyone who comes in and ask them if it was the name of the stream that made them hop in. What do I need to do? Oh, there he is.
Who's there? I was just getting to the good part.
The music is very dramatic.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah, enjoying it so far. Some of the feedback that I've had from other players was, you know, it's actually a really good quest. I mean, that was what they set out to do. So far, do you have any opinions on that? You know, have they succeeded?
Yeah, the story so far it's quite weird. I'm not convinced that it fits super well within ESO, but it is quite good and it's inventive. And better to have something that feels potentially fresh in a sort of out-of-place way than something which feels very familiar in a way which is sort of unchallenging and well, repetitive, stale.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would definitely take one over the other. I need to reactivate some add-ons. It's weird playing without timers.
Oh, right. Is that for filming? Recording, even?
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you, so what did you make? What class are you playing on? And then I realized, hang on, that's like the dumbest question I could potentially ask.
It's a Templar, can't you tell?
Oh, yeah, that's the beam, right? Oh, Templar's got crux as well now. That's cool,
Your soul is mine, I own you. Come, let us play.
I mean, most classes, you can tell pretty much, you know, pretty swiftly what they are. But with an Arcanist, it's just, yeah.
I don't want
I think it's dead.
I want your submission.
And yeah, so obviously we're on PTS. This is towards the end of the first wing now.
Yep.
And what I would say is that they've been quite creative, quite clever about how they've constructed these quests. There's a lot of explaining why things look the way they are and why they work the way they work and stuff like that. I'm not convinced that all of that is necessary. I think, I don't know, it's a little bit like it reminds me a little bit of when you log out of the game and you sort of go back to that quest giver, and they're very keen to explain a million times over where you are, what their name is, and what your name is, and what day of the week it is, and why you're doing what you're doing. And sort of assuming I realize that that's how it is. You always have to design any kind of system that the public uses with the stupidest member of public in mind. You know, you've got to design a fire escape.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so that the slowest or most inebriated person can still operate or use it safely. And this is kind of no different. But it is to the quest's detriment overall that they spend so much time just kind of restating or having to explain, why is this an Indrik that I'm talking, and all these things. I don't know, that kind of sticks out. But the way they have constructed the whole idea of scribing and the Scholarium is very cool, and I appreciate this little bit that I had to go and just do. That it's a way to stretch it out without making it just a grind. So the Indrik gives you 2 tasks, 2 out of 4, or 4 tasks, right? And you can complete only 2 of them.
Right. Hey, Joker.
And
okay.
yeah, that gives you a sense of agency, even though you're essentially just going and doing a fetch quest, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the what was it? It was like a intro quest to one of the expansions in the last few years, and I remember thinking, holy cow, like every other sentence they mentioned whatever it was that we were looking for. It was like, I understand that from sort of one beat to the next, you know, just a little recap, just in case, you know, you haven't picked up the game in a few weeks, just a little reminder.
It drives me crazy.
But this was just like, yes, I get it. And now the amulet of da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, by the way, have you got the amulet? And it's just, yeah. Bit nuts. Indrik's cute. Kinda. If you like Indriks. Do you like Indriks? I think they're sort of cute. It's their sound is freaking annoying.
Hello.
Well done, mortal. You have risen to the challenge. One task remains.
That's a fun
If
voiceover.
I am to lend you my strength,
Yeah.
you must lend me yours. Power for power. A wrong righted.
They are majestic.
Another
It's
step on the
just the
path.
sound they make when, like, you know, they're just sounding off. It's 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 like
kinda that.
it's just like a camel having issues.
My own. One day, as I enjoyed the sun upon my pelt, I beheld
But they are
the
beautiful,
hunter
and the teeny tiny
dragging
baby
Indrik
Indriks
and
are
her
so
flock.
good.
The hunter moved in to claim their prize. and
Yeah,
the
right.
hind
It's just not
perished,
what one would expect.
fawn
That's a
for
good way of
freedom.
putting it.
And the hunter gave chase. I stepped in. I imbued the fawn.
That's
with
a really
mist
fun
of my
voiceover.
power.
It's
But in
since we've
acting
been
with
doing the
haste,
daily
I acted unwisely. My power
Vocal
protected
heroes.
the fawn, true enough, but it gathered the hunter in its
really listening in and
Now
taking them in.
prey
It's really
are
fun. I'm
trapped
like, ooh,
in a
this is a fun
chase
voiceover. Who's this?
unending.
Yeah, it's one that I definitely recognize, but I'm not even sure if I recognize it from this game.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's where I recognize it from, but honestly, I'm not 100% sure.
I granted my power to a being that did not ask for it, and did not know how to use it.
And did
The
not
height
know
of
how to
arrogance.
use it.
A vice I have been accused of on occasion. Use the lens, find their trail, and release these poor souls from my power without focus.
But there's a fun bit of puzzly solving, which reminds me a little bit of Hellblade,
In a southern Oregon
Yeah.
cavern.
in that it's all about, like,
I believe it is called today.
you know, find the symbol and match the symbol. You know, very basic, but it just forces you to look around the environment. And what they've done is they've placed these puzzles in particularly beautiful spots, which is exactly how Hellblade works. You know, oh, we built all this incredible. Half of the level design is we spent a lot of time and effort making this look gorgeous. The way to beat the level is to look around. You know?
Yeah. But that's actually a good one for me, because I don't know why, but I'm so crap at actually, like, looking around, taking everything in, and it's so funny. Either you or sometimes people watching me on stream, they're like, I mean, I can tell you where it is, but I don't want to spoil it for you, but I can just tell you you've gone past it like 15 times by now.
Without thinking. A mistake in the end. Truth is a form of power, mortal. And the truth is that I have made poor decisions, just as you.
But Hellblade is freaking
One of the
gorgeous.
things that binds us together, I suppose. The gods want us to learn by doing, and failure is a very instructive teacher.
Right, well, we don't need to.
Failure is a very instructive teacher. Yeah.
This is true. Or it can be, at least.
Well, if you learn from it.
Yeah, if you just throw your controller across the room and go, fuck this game, then
Not so much. Yeah.
remember that next time you try a new game, Maya.
Excuse me? Have I actually
Oh,
ever
come
done
on.
that? No, I've never done that.
No, you've never thrown a controller across.
But yeah, the sort of what's the word I'm looking for?
Seriously, go back there?
Not intention, but sort of the I really want to just do that right now has definitely been there. Yeah. So, actually, that's a fun one. You or anyone in chat, wandering around and looking for things on your own is fun. It is fun, Pauline. I sometimes, I don't know, I just get a bit like, am I just being a real Muppet here? But it is fun.
Cozy gaming.
Yeah. But yeah, what's the game that's frustrated you guys the most? Like, one game that, you're like, you know what? Or it could be just like a bit in a game. Like, I've definitely gotten frustrated even in this game. But, you know, whether it's a quest or defeating a boss, what is it that you just had to walk away from? I mean, Maelstrom Arena comes in mind.
I wouldn't. Maelstrom can be a frustrating experience, particular bosses in certain games like Doom Eternal or Dark Souls, things like that. That can be a real pain. Elden Ring, obviously.
Yep.
But it is. I can't think of a specific game that I want to call out for this, but specific encounters like that for me, where it is badly designed or rushed in some way. So, the end boss of Doom is a fantastic game, Doom Eternal, right? It is so good. The boss fights, the fights in general, almost every encounter is ridiculously satisfying. It begs you to turn up. Hey, little buddy.
What? There's a teeny tiny ghostly Indrik.
That's what I'm here for.
Atlantis game where you had to do puzzle after puzzle. Yeah, that would drive me crazy.
But so yeah, the big final boss of the Doom Eternal game. I'm just gonna say it.
Yep.
First, it's got like a 2-part thing. First part is just stupid.
Yeah.
It's so dumb and so counterintuitive, and just to my mind, incredibly badly designed. It's like the game has been teaching you how to play it from the very beginning. That's one of the things that makes it so good. When the expansions for that game came out, they were like, all right, Doom Eternal was kind of the tutorial for the Ancient Gods Part 1 and 2. Now we have to do all of the things that the base game taught us how to do. But the fact is, the end boss asks you to do things that are utterly contrary to everything the game has taught you so far. I hate that. And Bioshock has a really stupid boss fight in it as well. These are the things that I would say. Boss fights that are rushed.
Yeah. Yeah.
or are somehow at odds. You know, they're inconsistent with the game up to that point.
Yeah, the Doom boss was incredibly annoying. The end boss, like, that was, yeah. I had no patience with that.
Yeah, that's just my experience. I haven't spent a ton of time playing like puzzle games and things like that, but you do find that as well, that a puzzle just, for whatever reason, you don't grok it. You're like one of the 0.5% of people who don't get that particular puzzle, and therefore it becomes just an incredibly irritating experience. Designing puzzles is hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, is there anything else that, like, really got me frustrated? Yeah, puzzles, if they're just not making sense to me, I can get very frustrated. This game was around the time when I still played Rayman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would say ESO performance issues do rank up there.
Yeah, well, yeah. I love this that scribing symbol pop up. That looks really fun, really cool. So are these is this something you can visit in the game anyway, or is it just quest related and it's just, you know?
Pretty sure I'm in Murkmire right now.
Yeah. Just literally some more frustration ranked Call of Duty Warzone. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, that's sort of different kind of frustration, because I remember many years ago, hey Red Fox Princess, playing Left 4 Dead. And I tried it online with people a few times, and oh my good lord, they were nasty. Like, it was kind of incredible. I've tried literally a handful of times, if that, like 3, 4 maybe. But like everything I did, even when I did something good that I was really excited about, I was just like, well, this wasn't good enough. You could have done better. You could have done this. And I thought, oh my. It's just, yeah, it was quite surprising to me. So yeah. So I was delighted to find out that the ESO community is just so lovely. Direni Acropolis.
Is this a new location? Oh no, it isn't. I've just never been in here.
That's so
It's a
awesome.
story.
Yeah.
Story location in Somerset, so I've literally never seen this before.
I love when they take you around the existing zones and just sort of...
What is that voiceover? You cannot run forever. Yeah, you're right.
and
That's
just sort of make
that's
you
very
appreciate
cool.
them again, and yeah.
Yeah, I totally dig that. Of it. Oh, hello.
You die!
So I haven't seen this part of the quest yet, because when you make a new a character on PTS using a template, the achievement granted by, or the upgrade, account-wide upgrade granted by completing this part of the scribing quest, is already there. So there's pretty much no point in doing it, on PTS, unless you're curious about the story. So that's literally the only reason I'm here.
No quarry can escape me. Hounds after.
Oh.
What is that voiceover?
Oh, hounds! Sorry. Yeah.
Pretty dope location.
I don't really recognize it. I mean, I've played the Somerset story through a few times. I mean, doesn't mean that, yeah. I sort of took it in.
Why is
Oh!
my light attack helper so far up?
Oh, I think I recognize this, yeah. Maybe. Maybe I do. Maybe not dumb.
Just as I said, my power overwhelms.
Whoa, that's a big ass Indrik. Are they always that big?
Power now binds it. Dispel the
No, he's that big.
Is the little one just like struggling to walk? What's going on? Poor thing. It's like Bambi on ice.
I think that's we're going for.
You
Aw.
are free, little one. Free to what? Of course. You may return with us if you wish. I will see both of you.
This
in my
Indrik is
domain.
spectacular.
I will grant my promised
Right.
power to the one that sought
Yeah.
it, and offer safe harbor to the one that did not.
Yeah, beautiful.
A lot.
I want to ride that thing. Can they upgrade them? I'm sorry. Even if I mute, Khan's not muted, and you still hear that sneeze. Oh, there's a little sound, a little noise from the Indrik. That is majestic. That's an incredible dude. I even went to see him. I've spent some time with him, took some screenshots of him, but I didn't quite appreciate just how huge that dude was. I love it. Yeah, the Indrik fawns, they're probably the cutest things ever.
Yeah, they're awesome. Back when we were first collecting these Indrik mounts, there was a lot of there's a lot of grumbling about how rubbish they were, and not that they were rubbish, but
Why are
you
we
know,
collecting them?
it was like the seventh one that we were for some, we
Yeah.
were all just suckers in collecting them anyway. Hello.
Hello.
But
yeah, sorry.
when they started bringing these out, and if you had the corresponding mount, you get the fawns as well.
Yep.
That was when I was like, okay, it's all worth it. I have so many of these little guys.
Hey, Chicken Stew, say hello. Thanks for all the great content. I'm guessing that's mostly referring to the awesome YouTube channel that Khan's running. Spoiler alert, there is a scribing sort of...
Ooh, it's a ghost.
It's a ghost Indrik! I lost the plot. Scribing video coming out this week. No spoilers, just sort of how to get started. Oh, you're just showing us your collection. Fair enough. Have a nice... Yeah, I've got all the Indriks. I was a sucker and I got all of them. Oh, only
was
the big
nothing else.
ones.
Yeah, these are the baby ones.
These are the babies. Mm.
I'm not sure, but I think that's all of the ones that are currently available. This happens every time I create a character on PTS. I now want this character on the live server.
Yeah, she does look
What I call
amazing.
her.
Tentacle paws. Ooh.
Anyway, enough about that. Giant Indrik judges you. You say you want it as a mount, Maya? Good luck climbing aboard that thing. You literally walk through it.
Oh my god. Have you seen my Akonis though? Come on. When I'm...
Yeah, she ain't that.
Yeah, that's the thing. When initially they came out... Yeah, she's massive. Maybe not that tall, but yeah. Come on. Tithys is like boob height. Yeah, that was the thing. When they were available initially, they said, no, you only have to one berry per event. They will never come back. So if you missed one event, you could not complete them. And then they sort of brought it back. I think it was like for the 5th anniversary. So we had like this 5-week event and they brought them back. And I thought, okay, so that's for people to just sort of fill in whatever they missed. And now they're just back.
Pretty annoying thing for the... It's not a big deal. But this is just a beautifully designed area. You'll see the signs of this throughout the scribing storyline. They really, really wanted this to kick a ton of ass.
Yeah.
Compared to, they absolutely did not want to make this a fetch quest. When I spoke to Kira about it, she was immediately like, we did not want this to be another Sijic. They got it. Hey, look! He brought the little guy back with him. And by the way, Chicken Stew, thank you for the comment. You're very, very welcome. It doesn't matter whether you were referring to primarily to Maya's content here or mine. Most of the YouTube stuff is mine. And we both work hard on all of it. Team effort. So yeah, thank you very much.
The fawn is safe.
And you're welcome.
My strength returned. And you have had a moment, I hope, to reflect on power and its wise application. Now, as with Ulfsil before you, I offer you the sigil.
Ulfsild as well. No spoilers, but she's shaping up to be a pretty interesting character.
The power
Okay.
passed to you
And
This is
she's
the character
the
deep
drop of
in the
ink.
past, so we don't get to meet her.
Each
We just get to see, we get to learn what she was all about. And this isn't a spoiler because you learn it almost immediately. But she was Shalidor's partner, possibly even wife.
and
They were
she's
definitely
the
together.
the Order
She's
of the
one who
Lamp.
created the Solarium and
Order of the Lamp.
no Order of the Lamp. She's the mage who invented scribing, essentially, long ago.
Long,
whose
long
work we
time
are-
ago.
Yeah, and whose work we are rediscovering.
Oh, how
And if
cool.
anyone's been wondering what explanation, if any, there is for why has scribing not been around the last X number of years, that's actually perfectly explained. Very well done.
Well, that's it's coming out soon. Obviously no spoilers. But
Your master
we
Well, some spoilers. We're literally playing this story right now, but
no. But I mean what I'm about to say, because I'm going to be all special, and I forgot what I was going to say.
sure there
Damn
are
it!
to explore and chronicle the contents of the Scalarium.
Thalia.
Success.
So I did a little bit of the story and whatever, but I'm just intrigued, and I have been intrigued since they said we're going to have a new prince, Daedric Prince,
Completed
Um,
the trials.
because
Shown wisdom.
we know that she's not in Skyrim, she's not in Oblivion, she's not in any of the later games, and I'm super duper intrigued. Ooh, that looks pretty. Super intrigued. How are they gonna deal with that? I mean, we already know how we didn't know about her. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to finding out. I know they'll do a great job because lore matters a lot to these guys. Like, they won't screw with anything. So yeah. That's cute.
sure, with that annoying quest marker hovering right in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, well.
I think he's very proud of himself.
He really is. I mean, yeah.
Got a very smug look about him, this guy.
Yeah. That's my sigil.
And I am going to kick myself when I figure out who that voiceover is. Not necessarily the name of the voice actor, but the other characters they have portrayed.
Yeah, right?
Because it's a very familiar... I'm even wondering if it's one of the familiar Khajiit voiceovers. So we're used to hearing it a bit like this, or, whatever it is. And if it's just without that filter on the voice, I need a little bit of extra brain legwork to place him. Did that make sense?
Yep.
Anyway. Should we take the sigil, guys? Should we do it?
No, don't do it. What's going to happen?
My power is yours to wield, mortal. Merely take the sigil and bring it to the altar. It will remember.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Isn't it?
Yeah, that Indrik is just, so gorgeous. Maybe a house guest?
It's really bugging me. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna... What? Now it's showing up correctly. What the hell?
Yeah, right. Good mount. Well, maybe it could be like a new way to mount. As in, you know, he goes on his, you know, front legs the way horses sometimes do. You know, that thing. And then you mount him. And then you're just really, really high up. So if you fall off, you're dead. I don't know, just a thought. My ultimate character is super tall. Well, that's exactly what I was thinking. My Arcanist, she's really big. She's super tall. So yeah, she would love it. To be fair, a lot of my characters, like, I like sort of this big quasi griff and all of those big chunky mounts, because like a lot of the other mounts, they're just so tiny. And they just look like they're squatting on them. I don't know.
So this is how the system worked, essentially.
We're over in the East Wing with our newest arrival.
That you unlock. There we go. These sigils.
I love that outfit as well, by the way. I want to know what that is. But yeah, sorry, go on.
My outfit?
Hmm.
Telling.
So rude.
It's actually from Bedlam Vale. This is what they wear in Bedlam Vale.
I was going to say, it looks very Mirror-Mori. Yeah, I know, they do scale, but there is something about just riding sort of the little, like, horsey, skinny ones. I don't know, they always look... Some of my tall characters just look silly. I don't know what it is.
But yeah, the way that you... Because there are a lot of account-wide things.
I wanted to introduce you. This is Chronicler Ferrandil.
Good to meet you.
He's actually unlocked before you get to this point. But this is where the game really, like, points you in his direction.
Ferrandil is a chronicler, one of the best.
Yeah.
And yeah, there will be a video covering all of this stuff. I've broken it all down. It's not far from being finished. I just need to find the time to put it all together and verify a couple of final things. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this, playing through the whole story. So he's not really part of the story, for example. This is a purely mechanical thing that the game wants you to know about. Wants you to know that he's here and you can buy grimoires from him. But yeah, Nalia is... I think everyone's gonna like her. I don't think she's going to be divisive like Everly or some of these other characters.
Nice. That's good to know. Funky
I mean, it's
hair.
just my opinion.
Yeah, I love her outfit.
Yeah, I think they've just done a good job of. She's a bit of an outsider. What you do with these things is you create you create kind of a Luke Skywalker type, who is who exists within the world, but who has some sort of outsider status, which allows them to comment on events with, with a sort of a dispassionate perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everly is a great example because she is one of the only Bosma you will find in the whole of Rothgar, right? And so, and all these events are like crazy, and she doesn't really understand, and she's just getting to grips with everything. And when something happens, she's like, "Oh my god, that's so awful!" And through her commentary, that's sort of how. It's one of the reasons people may not realize it, but I think it's one of the reasons the Rothgar story hits so much harder. That you have a character like this being there most of the way through at your side, just commenting, literally, and sort of reminding us how to feel about certain things. I think Nalia is going to be a little bit similar. But yeah, I don't want to say too much. Just anyway, let's.
Oh, that sounds amazing, Red Fox Princess. Please do share that screenshot if you can on our Discord. And hi Chinchilla, and welcome to our PvP extravaganza thing this coming Sunday. I really want to make sure that fills up. So if anybody, you don't have to be an extraordinary PvP. just going to be up for having some fun. So what we're doing, I'm just going to quickly open. This is a poster thing that Khan made yesterday, and I think it's awesome. It's Team Kamul, so blue, Team Wick, red. This Sunday, and it's a Cyrodiil scavenger hunt. Oh my goodness, the guys have planned out some incredible stuff for us to do, like scored and everything. There will be prizes. So yeah, if you're around, join. It's going to be awesome. And it is all raising money for the Alzheimer's Association. So we just want 2 teams, 2 people that are really down for having some fun. I'm going to be on Team Wick streaming. Kamal's also going to be streaming, so I'll stream both POVs on Sunday. It's going to be amazing. So if you can't join on PCEU, hopefully you can. But if you can't, make sure to watch it.
I believe so, yes. I have a good imagination.
Good pitch.
You can ask anyone.
I want to join.
Excellent. Yeah. Yeah, I'm down. It's just going to be a laugh. Like, the wrong thing to do is to look at it as a PvP thing. That's a bit like looking at Tipsy Trials as a PvE thing. It's just a hang. And it's going to be a ton of fun. And structured fun, you know? So there are some challenges and some contests. But basically, it's just going to be a really fun set of activities and an excuse to raise more money for Voiceapalooza and the Alzheimer's Association.
Oh, that's awesome. Just dipped in my toes into PvP World last week. Hey, yeah, those guys are great. They really make you have fun. Because they know what they're doing. They're very calm. And they can sort of lead a group. Because when you're there, like, I don't know what's going on. It can be a bit stressful. So it's nice to have someone leading the charge.
So here we go.
Hey, Asterial.
You've allied with your first luminary, and the altar surges with new power. Not bad for a day's work.
So this stuff is important. I know this kind of thing has already been talked about, but you can get you unlock a lot of these things through doing the storyline.
And Ninja Pulse crew, thank you. Yeah, it should be fun, and I'm really excited that I don't have to like do any organizational leading. The guys are just like, yep, I'll do this.
What happens next is up to you, be it Griffin, Netch, or Dragon. We've gathered the fables.
Yeah, exactly. Red Fox, I totally get that.
Any questions, let me know. Except for what's
Which
beyond
one
the
do you guys want to do next? Griffin, Netch, or Dragon?
We do not.
Anyone in
Jordan
chat
and I
has
have already
preference?
begun
Sorry, so it's
speculating
Dragon,
based on
Netch.
some early hint. I did, and she was
Griffin,
Griffin.
Dragon, Netch.
Yeah.
I mean, especially cryptic.
Anyone?
Sometimes it's hard
Any
to
preference?
tell with a magical talking crow, but she seemed like she didn't want to talk about it. You mean
We saw the
Ferrandia?
fox.
I reached out to him while I was waiting for the votary commander to decide what she wanted me to do.
Yeah, the
I've
fox
worked
is with the
him in
Griffins.
past
If you want to see that
years.
guy, we
Let's
need
go.
to go Griffin.
Let's go Griffin.
Unusual, but he's the best at what he does.
I've worked with him in the past, and he's unusual. Another line she has about him is, Ferrandia is not fun at parties, but he will catalogue a library quicker than you can say, I have Magnus 5 times. And like,
Absolutely. We're relying on... Ferandil has the...
Yes.
so Griffin, yes?
Yeah, we do Griffin. Oh,
Griffin.
this is like one of my favorite emotes that we added to the thingy. Little Yoshi just banging his little paws. That makes me so happy. Yeah,
Sorry
thank
about
you.
that one, adventurer. I need to brief you.
Seems we have a pest problem of sorts.
Pest problem? Oh,
there,
no.
friend. I know the path of scribing beckons. You'll no doubt looking to contact the Griffin Luminary.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it seems we have a page thief in the Scholarium.
Okay.
Well, there's a Carter collect literally on the desk in the other room.
Just
Carter
so.
collect.
We were cataloguing tomes and left the fable unattended for just a moment. Then from the other room, we heard yips and snarls and found it torn apart. Nalia is already at work.
Oh, Hammer, I see. Oh, so you've played through the story. Love the story.
The East
Cool.
Wing, looking for anything
Yeah, it's
Ulfstil
pretty
might
good.
have left behind about the Griffin.
Yeah, I've heard mostly good stuff about it. People's,
Direction.
you know,
My
happy.
deepest
So, yeah.
apologies. This was a grave error on my part, but it won't happen again. Don't worry. A few wards around the library and we'll make sure the page thief doesn't strike again. In the meantime, perhaps Nalia has found something left behind by Ulfsild over in the East Wing. It's going well. I'm not usually the type to work at a desk, but it's been interesting.
I'm not
to walk
usually the
halls
type
and
to
see
work
all
at a
the different
desk.
titles. From what Julian and
Yeah.
Bernard have said, this place is a treasure trove of knowledge. A section dedicated to cookbooks from the First Era. Shelves of
That's a
poetry
really fun
from
voiceover. I
Homer,
keep sort of trying to listen and
Yeah.
figure out who is
a
this.
number of bawdy limericks stacked up in a
That's a
pile of
lovely
cookbooks.
voice.
Archmage Ufsild, it seems, was eager to follow the hunt
Is
for
that like
knowledge wherever it
Oofsill?
led.
Oof. Oopsies.
I'll help Julian and Bernard set up wards.
Oopsies.
This won't happen again on my watch.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's the deal.
Mm-hmm.
That you want all these lines to light up, and then the scribing altar is at maximum power.
Cool. Cool.
Very pretty. Anyway, East Wing. It's this way.
It is really pretty. Yeah, I love the design of... Like, the skills, they don't all look amazing. Like, is it the dagger? The throwing of the dagger that's just a bit... meh. But there's so much fun in those.
As you can see, in order to purchase from the rotating stock of scripts, need various... You know, that's why you want to complete the others.
On the shield throw scribing skill, there was a thing where you could raise your bash damage.
Yeah?
That's a question, I think, actually. Is there?
Sounds like a statement.
There's a question mark at the end. And I try going up.
I mean, I could relog and check.
Oh, good, you're here. Give it a listen.
Yeah, I do not have those in my head yet. Yeah, I wondered if you could check that out.
Nothing we can do now will outpace the greed of a Daedric prince.
So there's Ulsild.
And I know that this situation is hard to accept, but I think
Ah.
and the Fox would understand. This isn't a fight we can win.
This isn't a fight we can win. Super German voiceover, yeah? I mean, it's not. It's that sort of German adjacent accent that they do in Skyrim.
Yeah.
In some ways, I mean, that I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee. It's a short hop, skip, and a jump from there to an Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
impression.
German adjacent, as Asterial's saying, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of
All
boosters.
right, yeah, let's relog then. Check it out.
Oh, that's an intense look that Kitty's got.
Well, she's
The
an
eyes,
arcanist.
yeah.
They be crazy.
That's rude. But she looks so fun. I got Wood Elf.
I got Wood Elf.
Ah. Looks great as well, that dude.
Yeah, I don't think I changed anything. I just made the character, then gave him a custom beard and hair.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a Nightblade.
Yeah.
And I did make him to do... Yeah, so look, the achievement furniture is a Cartaclept.
Carl.
Well, he's not necessarily
German
a
adjacent,
Cartaclept.
like Danish.
If the guards in Skyrim had a Danish accent, then it would be like, I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee. That's kind of more how they would talk. And it wouldn't have the same effect, you know? I exaggerate, but, you know, I have Danish relatives.
That's not far off from some of them, yeah.
And, yeah, even some Danish actors like, why does his name escape me? Lars Mikkelsen, who is Admiral Thrawn these days in the Star Wars.
So awesome.
Stuff. He can probably ditch 90% of his Danish accent very easily. But he plays a really creepy character in the BBC Sherlock Holmes series with Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman. Worth checking out if you can get a hold of it and haven't seen it. That's very, very good. Thought way better than the Guy Ritchie movies, which are also quite good. But anyway,
Oh yeah, those are silly.
And his accent in this TV show, you remember it, Maya?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I can't quite do it justice, but he does a great job of like employing this slightly dopey, very friendly. It's not like the Russian or German or English accents, which have like villain connotations in Hollywood. The Danish accent doesn't have that, but he manages to use it in a weird. He sort of flips it around, which is like a magic trick, and he becomes incredibly sinister with this. The soft-spoken villain who speaks very calmly while saying psychopathic thing. That sort of plays with that trope.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that a lot. All right, so here we go. Let's unlock everything. I can't because I already have them.
No, I'm with you. There was something, kind of awesome, but also kind of creepy. If they sounded like Danish, nobody would understand them.
It just doesn't have the... Even if people don't clock that it's kind of similar to Arnie, I think they know that it's this kind of a tough guy. I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I got to the chopper.
Oh, hang on. I think...
what am I doing? It was shield bash, wasn't it? The shield throw.
Get to the chopper!
Let's see.
I actually have that with Blurpy now. The get to the chopper. And it's just, get to the chopper! It's actually less sort of silly that the way... This is years and years ago. It started on our Discord, like years ago before Ninja Pulls. And it just became sort of more and more caricature of what it actually is. So hearing
there we go. Yeah, that's it.
There we go.
When it comes back to you, it increases your bash damage. You can also make it bash the enemy, even if so it deals bash damage without you actually bashing.
Right.
Which one's that?
Yeah.
Knight's Valor. So it's not the same as an interrupt, I don't think. I think it actually deals the bash damage, which obviously an interrupt does not do. It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
This is one of the more useful ones, I feel like. Or not more useful, but more fun one. Oh, let's just make one. What the hell? So increased bash damage.
Oh, yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger is Austrian. Yeah. They do sound different. It's just to an untrained ear, things can very easily. And this was actually a German... one of our German buddies doing that impression, so it just became... But that's what I mean, it became a caricature, it wasn't really real. As a Swede, the Danish understand everything I say, but I can't understand anything they say, yeah.
Yeah. I also feel like the guards and NPCs in Skyrim they'd obviously listened to a lot of Swedish accents, but I felt like a lot of the voice talent that they got on board just got pulled in the direction of German, because that's just a much more recognizable accent to an American audience.
So is that
it's much more established
333 more bash damage that we're looking at?
Yeah, in this particular one, yeah. Wayfarer's Mastery. Only for 5 seconds. But yeah, let's have a look. So, I mean, it might be quite fun to pull them towards you and then bash the crap out of them. Come here! Doof, 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 doof. But yeah. Knockback doesn't make sense with that. It's either going to be immobilize, multi-target, physical damage, or pull. Let's just go with physical. And there's no need for it to do that. Let's go. Sundering throw.
I play Skyrim in German, so I can't say something towards the accent. But when I switched from German
Did
to
they have a German accent?
that was that was crazy. Yeah, switching. Yeah, our couple of other buddies. Like half Ninja Pulse is basically German.
Yeah, it really
which is awesome. Some people who play in German when they sort of switch is like, whoa, that's crazy. It's always fun. But yeah, there are some absolutely incredible German voiceovers as well, right? I'm thinking of what's his face, Lord Warden. Pretty sure is amazing, right?
Yeah, a lot of the Daedra, like Dramora, the lesser Daedra in general, I feel like are particularly fun because I don't know. I feel like a lot of the ones that we get, they rely a little bit too much maybe on the demon filter.
Mm.
You know, that post-processing to make them sound the way they need to sound.
Reach people, yeah.
Because I feel like some of his icons are totally out of whack. Whatever.
Deadlands Demolisher is a must for a bash build. Okay. Silence is way better in German. Is that the Reach people accent in German is awesome as well. Yeah, I've only ever played this game in English. So, me don't know.
There we go. I mean, obviously bash damage is still pathetic because this is not a... What am I even running here? Yeah, nothing that was active. But, you know.
Yeah.
The answer is yes. Anyway, let's get out of here. If anyone else has queries like that, you know, I'm right here. I've got PTS running. I've got almost everything you could think of is set up and ready to be tested.
My friends loved it. Nice. So, yeah. I guess I've never really used a bash build for anything. I just use a normal 2-bar DPS setup.
I mean, that's a PvP thing. I don't think bash builds are a thing.
Okay, I was gonna say that's yeah.
Not if you want, you know.
Yeah. So how cool would it be if I'm playing in, say, German, the NPCs that speak with a German accent in an English version spoke German with an English accent? Yeah, I always wonder about that. Like, how often do you have it in movies that you know, some German or French and they have a French accent? It's like, why would just they wouldn't be speaking to each other in English with accents? Like, that's just silly. So either just go for it or don't. Always thought that was weird. Bash build in IC. Gotcha.
That first page should be enough to get you going. I just hope you'll find some clue that will lead. I'm not too familiar with the rift, but I do know that the Treever's a river that splits the hold.
So they do send you sort of around the world to do stuff, though, right?
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah, they really do.
And it's funny, even though almost anyone who buys Gold Road is gonna have Somerset, Vardenfell, all of these zones, they don't do any of it there just in case.
Oh, I see.
So if you, for some reason, don't want to buy the upgrade version, where that gives you all of the...
Oh no, Hammer, I didn't mean dubbed films. I just meant American movies. There is no original. They are in English, but they speak with accents, which I just find bizarre. And it sort of puts me off, because it's like... yeah. Oh, you mean that you just don't watch silly movies? I got it.
Even in somewhat like perfectly serious films, though, it's like a trope, isn't it? That
it is, yeah.
You have, yeah, but I mean, you can see where it comes from.
But I just always can't help but think, why are you talking to each other in English?
Yeah, no, it makes no sense. It's weird that we're able to suspend disbelief at all when it comes to that.
Yeah.
And so I need to go to the Rift, right? That's what she said.
Yeah.
We'll just close. Ah. Yeah, it's funny. There's
Is it mostly base game that they're so fast sending your own? Is that what?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think there's
Oh.
anywhere that isn't based. Which I don't know. I can't. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I'm trying to think if there's any way you can get Gold Road and not own everything else. I suppose if you just buy the upgrade version.
Yeah, just the expansion, not the
Yeah, and not the whole thing.
But yeah, it's a good point.
This piece of music I remember
Yeah, what is that? 'Cause
really clearly for some reason.
I'm trying to sort of.
I think this might have been the loading screen music for Ebonheart Pact characters a long time ago. Character select.
Got it.
Go.
There's also something to be said for just let's just have base game, zones and places because let's encourage people to go and explore those again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Totally agree with that.
That's quite an interesting noise that it made. I really like that, the way that just pops up, that symbol. It's pretty pretty.
Am I being blind? Where is...
Do the stuff like in the corners indicate anything? No, it doesn't look like it does it?
No.
Oh.
200 tower.
Yeah, in the growing up in the Czech Republic, everything gets dubbed. There's like awards for dubbing, like it's really high quality, but yeah, when you have someone with a really distinct voice, it's like, well, you can't do that. It's not good enough. Nope.
It's weird.
Didn't see that there. Yeah. Yeah, it was really fun that you'd have the same people, dubbing the same actor for years and years. Fun stuff.
There it is.
Oh, yeah! No, I heard that. Money Marco has, in German, the voice of the dub of Nicolas Cage. I'm pretty sure I've heard that. That is quite a funny sort of... yeah, quite a funny thought.
We're about to start the plane meld.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't...
I'll say again, it is extremely difficult for me to do even my terribly bad impressions with a headset on, so I can't really hear myself. Very strange.
That's pretty good. But yeah, it's
weird. I mean, you get the joke.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be a good impression. Just...
It's funny, this was the joke they made in... oh, help me out here. Big Bang Theory. About...
No idea.
The Big Bang Theory, when they're playing when you're playing D&D, and Wolowitz does an impression of Nicolas Cage, and he does what you just did. Well, not the plane meld, but you know what I mean. And I thought, that's Cage, really? I guess I only saw like early movies. I don't know, but we then watched the oh my god, my brain is not working.
Oh my god, you might want to figure these things out before you start telling the story.
It's the space horror movie.
Yeah, Color Out of
Color Out of
Space.
Space, and he does exactly that in that movie. And I was like, oh my god, finally, I've heard it.
Spends a lot of the final act just doing that. Oh, hello.
Hey, fox!
That's a terrifyingly large fox. Right?
But it's super cute. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, he also does Christopher Walken and De Niro. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so cute. That's maybe average. You mean the fox? What big eyes
Look
you've
at the little
got.
teeth.
Yes. You're so cute. What a boop that snout. Hey Chris, thanks for that.
Oh, that was him. Fucker. So he's the first one. We interact with a lot of creatures, and most of them don't have, that lip sync thing. When they speak to you, it's just a disembodied voice that arrives in your head. Because I guess it's tricky to do, but with this one, they just went for yabbity yap 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 when he talks.
That's the thing, when he was talking, because we had the Minion Banana song, it looked like the fox was singing Banana song.
Stealing, I mean. Let's start over. I'm
Yeah.
Ulfsild said one day people might try to break in.
Oh, that was funny.
When I saw you sniffing around, I thought I'd try and protect my friend.
They're very strange.
That's why I stopped hiding. When I got close, I could
Yeah, that's like a kid.
If the Indrik thinks you're good, then you're good. That guy knows good.
Yeah, exactly.
I see now I was just holding you back. Let me make it up to you. About that, I took quite the mouthful of pages. And then I dropped one when your friend Nalia, was it? When she saw me. So, I thought it best to hide the other pages near the other wards. Good news though, I hid one right here.
And isn't that a coincidence?
Oh my god. Holy. Oh no, can't clip it. No. Must clip. Alright.
Great. I've got my own way to get about. I'll see you at the next location.
That's awesome, Chris. Yeah, I just put a little marker there, so I'll go back and try and find it. Oh. So now they're just everywhere.
These portals come up outside every Mage's Guild. That's cool. I mean, there is a way shrine in there, so it feels a little unnecessary.
Yeah, that's true. But, well...
They've really gone hard on the whole accessibility thing.
What do you mean?
What do I mean by that?
Yeah?
Yeah, that they've...
what's your kitty doing? It's not riding.
Yeah, it happens to this person. Oh, there it is.
Oh my god.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, that ain't right, no.
Oh, now she's riding. Butt sticking out.
Tail wiggling in the air.
Yeah.
That did look quite funny.
Guys, come on. Riften's been on fire for like 10 years now. Could you maybe put this one out?
Yeah, it's even if you complete a quest, right? It just doesn't...
Suckiest thing about MMOs. All of them, not this one.
Yeah.
All the ones I'm aware of. This is a thing that happens a lot.
Yeah, it's a real shame because it would be so nice to see them repair it. I mean, they do have like instanced zones. So if you've done it, someone like it kept happening to Hyper and Geldis at the weekend.
Yeah.
So they could just do it. The insurance adjuster is still investigating. Yeah.
Just it's so far down the
fair
list.
enough.
All right, guys, help me out. Oh, that was easy.
Yeah, still investigating. Who started the fire?
Billy Joel didn't do it.
Yes, he did. I saw him.
It's up there again. God.
But obviously, the story is not just this, right?
No. This is like the unstory bit.
Ooh.
Defragment. Look at you go.
Look at you go.
Than I was expecting. I thought I'd have to come out and show you where it was.
Why are they all so big?
One step closer to talking to the Griffin again.
And that is one crazy voiceover, yeah.
Oh, the best of friends.
Yeah, I haven't really... Obviously, people have been talking about scribing. People have been talking about the new trial.
When he's back to his normal self, he'll be a joy to talk to.
I haven't really heard people talk about Thalia and the story. I know that some people have done it.
Spoiler-tastic, yeah.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, I wonder how many people have actually done it. I'm curious. I'm tempted. But then there are, 2 million other things that I should be doing, so, yeah. But like, when we had the Legacy of the Bretons, I waited a whole year, because the year-long adventure thing. I waited the whole year, and then as soon as Firesong dropped on PTS, I went and did the whole thing, the year-long adventure, everything. So actually, High Isle, Galen, all of that, I never did them on live, which is, yeah. Dum. But yeah, I was really intrigued, and I just didn't want to wait. I thought, well, I waited long enough. Yeah, I feel like I really should replay Necrom. I mean, I've got the gist. I know what the deal is and how it leads into this year's adventure, but it feels like a reminder would be a good idea. You've never done it, right?
I haven't.
Ah.
I mean, I know the broad strokes.
Yeah. Maybe you should do it on stream. Some quest runing. I think that'd be fun.
Could be fun, yeah. I feel like to drink it in properly, I would just need to do it off stream.
Yeah, I know, Hammer. Exactly. That's why I sort of realized, hang on, I really need to do that, don't I? Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple that I did on NA server instead of EU server, not really thinking it was important. Some that I'm still missing literally the last quest or like last conversation that I obviously never quite finished. Weird. So there's quite a few things that I need to get on with that for that achievement, but yeah, the skin looks fun. But it is sort of daunting if you buy this year and then go, huh, okay, so I've got 10 years of questing to catch up with.
I mean, it doesn't need to take that long. If you just spin through it, if all you want is the skin, it really wouldn't take you that long.
That's true, because you don't have to do any side quests or anything, and you don't have to listen to anything. All the zone stories, but this month I've been going back because I missed a lot of side quests. Yeah, I'm still missing quite a few zone stories. Certainly on the EU server. Ew. Ooh. But yeah, there are some that I've just never done. Still haven't done. It's one of those things I just don't want to rush through it. I want to take my time, enjoy it. And yeah, on stream, yeah, can't you, right? You just don't quite take it in. Because I finished something, kind of like, oh, so what was this? Dunno. You just did it. Yeah. brain. So I definitely need to catch up with some over the next few weeks. But yeah, who's excited? Gold Road dropping in, well, 2.5 weeks? Woohoo! That's PC, obviously, another couple of weeks for consoles.
It's pretty exciting. I can't believe we're already here. Ah. Where is it?
Yeah, it sort of happened quite fast. Because it felt like, just a few guides, finished the update 41, suddenly was like, yeah, so next week gonna have PTS for update 42. But this one is always a bit shorter, isn't it? The lead up to.
Wow, it's cold.
Yes.
Here.
Yeah.
Let's be quick. That's 3, right? You've really got a knack for this kind of thing. Is it possible?
Very Disney voiceover, isn't it?
Yeah, that is what it is. He even looks a bit sort of Disney-esque with those huge eyes.
Folks become foxes and foxes become folks. It's a thing. I was just curious. Anyway, you're so close to meeting the Griffin. With this last page, you should have the whole fable put back together. Right?
Oh, fine, fun. So you're getting there now.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna see the Griffin.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to your video because I want to find out exactly.
It's actually kind of complicated.
That's the impression I got. Yeah.
Did you want to read the fable? Actually, no.
I mean, sure.
No, but do you particularly want to?
No, I mean,
All right.
yeah. What is the fable?
Oh, it's each luminary has like a little story about them.
Right. Yeah.
And Ulfsild annotated the stories, and that's what you need the spyglass.
Yep.
To read her annotation, figure out where the trail leads, and so on. Just to make you feel like less of a fetch quest. And I think it works. I think it does work.
Yeah, that's really cool. So if you're skipping and just trying to run through everything, like how much can you actually just sort of skip through?
This bit's cool, guys.
Mm.
Doesn't it look amazing?
Yeah, that really does. Pretty. And sort of that triumphant, happy music. Yeah, I like it. Iverstead. Ooh. Oh my holy cow, that looks amazing.
Lady Thorne is so jealous.
I know, right?
Griffin, this is the new friend I was telling you about. They're going to help you out. Welcome to the Wing of the Griffin. As you can see, the Griffin himself isn't quite ready to talk just yet. I've kept him company ever since the library disappeared. I'm not sure if he can hear me in there.
He's got that same sort of thing around him, the shiny, sparkly stuff.
Yeah, the gold flecks, yeah.
It's like the vodka with gold flecks in it.
Wings spread so wide that he could block out the sun. The Griffin was ready to
Oh, the fox is so cute.
all by himself.
My goodness.
Ulfsild was the one that stopped him, froze him here like this, to keep him safe. Ulfsild knew that in a fight between a luminary and a Daedric prince, the Griffin would lose. He's probably mad at her. But I'm grateful. I don't know what I would do if I didn't still have him around.
But yeah, what are you looking for the most when it comes out on live? Is that, or anyone else, obviously? Is it the, scribing system? Trial? There we go.
Trial.
Story,
because,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because of how much fun it was last year, I just really hope I'm not disappointed, but it's kind of not... The content is great, we know this. I think it's better than Sanity's Edge. And there is at least one set that, I think 2 sets that people are really going to want. The medium set, I mean, they're all good. Everyone should want to fill up their sticker book. But the tanking set and the medium set in particular are things that you are going to want to have handy. Tank set is going to be quote-unquote meta. Actually, EC is still more powerful, but we all, you don't know what I mean. This is going to be an easier fix for the vast majority of groups that care even slightly about optimizing and getting, higher damage and easier clears for the group. Lucent Echoes is going to be the thing that people want. So I'm hoping those factors, the fun of the trial and the need for one of the sets, which we didn't really have in Sanity's Edge. There's a handful of people who thought Unsol was good, but that's it. We didn't have that much reason to keep going there except for fun. But we still had an absolute blast in the first few weeks. And beyond that, it slowed down, but it was still pretty busy. We did a lot of Sanity's Edge in the first 3, 4, 5 months.
Yeah.
And I think, I'm hoping for more of that this time. Because, so in a weird way, yes, it stems from the content being good in the first place, but of course, what I'm really looking forward to is hangs with lots of people. And some of the people that you meet always stick around, and then we've made new friends, new contacts, the rest of it. So, yeah, that's it. But I'm pretty intrigued by the story. And I think scribing is good and fun and useful. It's just not that exciting for me. But then again, neither was Infinite Archive. I think that's one of the best pieces of content we've had in ages. It's just, being exciting on a personal level. That's not everything. So,
Yeah. I mean, we had Skinny here the other day saying kind of the same thing. It's just not... It's not going to make... It's sort of going to bring the changes or the sort of fun stuff. Can we...
Just so you know, he might be a little...
How's it going to affect DPS? How's it going to affect trial comp? And turns out, probably not that much. So... I mean, I'm relieved, to be honest.
That's by design.
Exactly.
It's not an accident. But I do agree with Skinny that it makes it. I think we all agree. We all feel the same. That it does make it less exciting in the near term.
Yeah, because it's for fun, which is cool.
Help me out here, guys. I can't see the ward. Oh, it's right there. God damn it.
Blind as a bat. I just realised Hammer, he's giving the big-eared ginger kitten run for its money. That's so true.
Easy. It's me. Remember? The fox.
I remember you.
Aww.
Don't worry. I just been holding that in a long, long time.
Well, that's pretty epic, huh?
Yeah, that was quite an entrance, huh? Why can't I... Come on, Zos. What's with the invisibles everywhere? Supposed to go this way.
Maybe.
Or maybe you're not supposed to get up there at
I was
all.
going to say, it doesn't look like you're supposed to, right?
It's dumb.
Yeah. Khan wants to go and break stuff.
No, I really don't like that as a design choice. I know sometimes they just have to do it.
Yeah.
But often it seems utterly arbitrary. Or a design shortcut, at best, to place an invisiwall so you just can't get to a place.
Mortal, greetings and defiance.
Anyway.
My companion has clearly adopted you, but then he's always seen the best in
You're so
people.
cute!
Why should I stay my
Yeah,
claw?
Zos loves the invisiwalls way too much. That is so true.
Yeah, it bugs me.
I have been trapped here for a very long time, mortal. I did not feel the
it's
full
a shame.
passage of time, but I know it's been many years.
Like, I don't really get sort of why that is as well. Like, it's just sort of so you can't get to one little spot. but the view you'd have from there, like the world is already there, right? Like how much are they like saving on, I don't know, capacity? I don't know what it even is. Why not?
Sometimes it's to avoid having to build out an additional area. You know, if there's like a mountain top, they can just leave it untextured, ungrassed, or whatever, if it's out of sight. Whereas if you can climb to a particular vantage point, then perhaps they then need to fill out the new part of the map that you can see.
Yeah. So the model looks plastic to me. Maybe they want a glazed ceramic look, but to me they missed. They missed it. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's very shiny, isn't it? Like normally you can sort of see the feathers and stuff. This is, yeah.
Yeah, he's supposed to be coated in snow and ice. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, there's something
putting that sheen on it makes it look plastic.
Like he's been glazed. Yeah, what an incredible location, though. That's freaking awesome.
Ulfsild's mate was an old fool, and the
I mean, ultimately, the way we should look at it is,
Daedric Prince of Nonsense. I love it.
This has not been an easy awakening. Once my feathers were armor, my talons cut stone, and my beak could.
So I'm good for another year till my next eye exam. Thanks, guys. What?
Focused, driven. You remind me of Ulfsild, but I suppose that's to be expected.
Yeah, I guess the way we should look at it is it's just a cool new story, and it actually has like implications to how you can play the game. You know,
it is a batshit new story, like in the best possible way. It is really ambitious. It feels, it's on the edge of feeling like it's not ESO.
Yeah, Hammer.
You know, they really went in a bunch of different directions in a way which I totally applaud. Like the lore master himself was one of the writers on this, and I forget who the other person was. But yeah, the two lead writers on this story, they really went big with it and ambitious, and
so that's
I mean it's 10th anniversary. Just as with the system of scribing itself, you want to go and the idea of a new Daedric Prince. You know, these are ambitious things. They obviously decided, fuck it. You know, we've learned how to do this. We are good at this now, and succeed or fail, we are really gonna take a leap with the level of ambition in our work and our content with this particular. I'd much rather that than the alternative. You know what I mean? Hello?
Yeah.
You still there?
Yeah. Just
provided the respect for the source material and the world and all of that never goes away, and I don't think it does with these guys. But yeah, this is pushing it. They're definitely. It doesn't feel like any other Elder Scrolls quest.
I mean, they're literally bringing a new Daedric, unheard or never heard of before, Daedric Prince.
The goat in the back, by the way.
So yeah. So yeah, it's definitely different. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That I'm just sort of viewing it as, rather than a brand new system that's going to change everything, because it isn't. A really awesome story with a fun system that you get out of it, and that's pretty cool. How do you fix a broken tuba with a tuba glue? Hey, Dayhawk.
It's so good to be able to stretch my limbs, to breathe deep again. I need to go flying soon, too.
But yeah, I really hope that, a lot of people will give it a go, use it, like, the card game. I don't really know many people that do it, certainly not regularly. Companions, yeah. I think one of the biggest sort of complaints about those is the fact that, like their story could be so much more. So much more interesting. Just find out a bit more about them. Then I'd definitely be interested. It's like a buddy. But yeah. What do cows and coffee have in common? Decaf, right? Besides the story content, it's how it's presented: a series of small quests to unlock the doors, then another set of quests to unlock the Luminar itself, and those are a series of quests that you pick and use different game systems, Dell's World. But yeah, and I like that. I really like when they sort of showcase what the game has done, take us around Tamriel. Exactly. It really incorporated the whole of Tamriel. That's exactly what I was saying earlier, and I like when they do that.
Yeah, and when you look at it, it's one thing to sort of play it as a quest the first time. Play it as a story, I should say. But then when you look at it in terms of game design, purely as like a flow chart, do activity A, go to point B, put tab C into slot D. Ultimately, that is all that we're doing. So, breathing life into it as an actual piece of story, when you are constrained by it must function in the following way. Oh, you see the bats down there, by the way. Look at that. Isn't that fun?
Oh yeah, I didn't spot those.
That just makes it all the more impressive when it works, because the worst thing to do to a piece of art in many ways is, for want of a better word, you know what I mean. It's a narrative, it's a creative process. One of the worst things you could do to that is to say, right, it must be this long, it must contain this amount of dialogue, no more. It's like telling a writer, your next novel needs to be X number of pages, exactly. And of course, novelists do work to that kind of constraint. Filmmakers all the time. But you know what I mean? It makes it even harder to make it good, essentially, to make it land. And it does. You know, it's a fun one. Happy to spend my time on it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Injustice did not rest while
Oh, he's looking down. Hello. What do you say?
Will be well used on
You looking at my beak?
And while you are gone, the fox and I will have some time to catch up. I missed him dearly.
Oh, that's really fun.
He is loyal, perhaps to a fault. A quality that we both share. When we first met, he was attempting to save a life, and I felt compelled to intervene. Just another creature to protect, sheltering beneath my wings. I would call what we have a partnership.
Again, the voiceover, like, totally thinking of someone. I agree with Khan 100%. My degree is in game design, and yes, there are only so many gameplay loops, so it is a challenge to make them seem new and different. Zos did an outstanding job on this. That's cool. Dayhawk, I loved Tot when it came out. Then they gave it an overall nerf in rewards when it didn't need it. Yeah. You were rewarded the same if you win or lose. That was the issue. They needed to know how a ride rewarding... Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a bit of an odd one. So rather than nerfing, like, when you lost, you got less. They just nerfed everything.
Well, the people who... Here's the thing.
I've never played it. Literally never even did the intro quest. So I don't know anything about it.
Anyone who intercepts customer feedback, player feedback of that sort, the ones they hear most from, the people who shout the loudest, are the ones who are losing, right? The ones who want to destroy incentives for achievements and skins for hard modes or things like that. I exaggerate a little bit, I'm simplifying, but essentially that's what it is. If we're being unkind, we call them the forum crybabies. There's more to it than that, but that's the nickname they have, you know, like it or not. And yeah, those are the ones that they make the most noise. So they are always overrepresented, I feel like. Or they are often overrepresented in the decision-making surrounding these kind of things. I would have thought almost you need to do the other way around, that you need, because Tales of Tribute was released, it was almost everyone who played it seemed to think it was really good. I think I've heard one or two people say, "Oh, it sucks. It's not a good game." Almost everyone who's tried it thinks it's good, but a lot of people are like, "Well, I've stopped playing pretty quickly," and far more players have never even touched it. 2 years down the line, I've never even touched the system. despite that stupid, annoying NPC yelling at me every time I walk past her, the only reason I would play it right now is to make her go away. But I am curious. I will do it one day. It's so far down my list of things to do in ESO. So if anything, I would have thought the number of people who are in my boat, who are, in the same situation I just described, who, we're kind of interested, but it's not something we asked for or expected or wanted. So, we'll get there. If they increase the rewards, then maybe a lot of those players would have checked it out by now. So in a lot of ways, I agree, for different reasons. Strange move. And I've no idea what the percentages are. We can only guess.
Yeah,
but
Tales of Tribute.
I know that an enormous number of players just ignore its existence.
I read already people crying about the new skin. It's not that it's a limited offering. You just do the quests, no big deal. If you don't, well, yeah, don't do them. Don't get the skin. Yeah, see, that's.
Who would cry about that? I just don't understand it. That's the thing. There are always people whinging, and they're the ones that they make the most noise.
Yeah, like when people were locked out of their accounts. We were one of them, 2 of them even, for nearly 2 weeks. And the people that made the biggest noise on our Discord before they even announced the compensation we were getting, people were just complaining, "Oh, it's ludicrous." Were people who were not even locked out. They were not affected in any way, shape, or form. After they then announced the, what we were going to get as compensation, suddenly even more people got outraged. But yeah, it was kind of just let it go. You're good. So it's outrageous that you can't log in. It's like, yeah, I'm okay with it. It is what it is. It's happened, and
they fluffed it up. They made a really big, kind of a dumb mistake. And but it's happened. The way that they dealt with it was actually really good, or at least every sensible commentator I've heard on the subject seems to think that they went above and beyond in terms of their response to dealing with the problem. But yeah, if you want to complain, then that's the kind of inconvenient detail that you skip. I could look at these two for a long time. They are a lot of fun.
I was just thinking that, yeah. The way he's sort of looking into the camera. Hello. They want about that they didn't manage to get all the quests in five years. Okay. I got all my main... But if you just don't want to do it, then yeah, that's an odd one. Like, I don't understand that. I think it's incredible that they're giving an achievement for having done everything well, not everything in the game, but story. If it was everything, like you have to have all the trifectas and everything, then I understand people would be like, well, hang on a minute. If it was one thing, one reward for having played for 10 years and having done everything. But yeah, just do the stories. Like you can just rush through it quite fast. Imagine if somebody buys the game, in a year's time. This will still be here and they won't be bitching. I'm sure there will be some. But, people are like, oh, well, let's get on with it. Let's get that achievement.
But yeah, people are unbelievably self-entitled. There was a comment on the forum, on the forum the other day, from somebody saying this is outrageous. Zos are showing yet again, where they're reducing the sale period on guild traders from 30 days to 14 days, or whatever it is. That they don't care about the disabled. They don't care about us. Because, and this person was saying, if I have a fall or if I have a cardiac event, that means I'm going to be in hospital for maybe a few days, maybe a couple of days more recovery. It could easily be that I'm away from the game for a week. And then I'm missing out on loads of sales in that time, or I'm missing out on things that I do sell that come back to my inbox, then all the gold is gone. Because I haven't read the mail, I haven't collected the mail in that time. You have 2 weeks to do this. And I don't know, I try not to spend too much time on the forums, especially with really silly or dead-end debates like this, but I think almost unanimously they were being politely told to wake the fuck up and, stop thinking of yourself and nobody else. Like, yeah, sure, that sucks. If that's genuinely how it affects a small minority of players, that's a real shame. But if there is a big advantage to making a change for the vast majority, disadvantage for a tiny minority, I think anyone in their right mind in that position is gonna make the call. You wish for a world where we didn't have to make those calls, and then there's the debate as to whether or not it will actually decrease server load. Well, that's a separate issue.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. A lot of people, some sensible opinions that I've heard say, well, why don't you put that on the forums? well, I'm not stupid. I'm just going to get attacked there. I feel like, some people just relish in that. Let's have a little argument. Like, there's an argument on social media about a female gamer being insulted quite horrendously in a game, and this streamer raised it with the studio, not this game at all, nothing to do with Bethesda, and just saying, look guys, come on, you've got to deal with this. This person has been doing this to other people, and they're just horrendous. And people sort of stood up for this streamer, just saying, come on, can we sort this out? Can we not be infants? And the amount of unbelievable crap that the people just standing up for a streamer got, like, how dare you? Women shouldn't even be in gaming. They should just get it. If they can't stand the heat, get into the kitchen. It's just like, oh my god. But yeah, people just want to get into it to argue. So I feel like that's, I like something. It just feels like forums folks are like cats. Give them a little bit of attention, they ride it to hell and back, even if the things they don't do. Yeah, it's exactly, it's that attention thing, and I think some people will just go for it no matter what it is, even if it's completely dumb. And yeah, when it doesn't even involve them or interest them, they're just like, yeah, let's go, come on. Yeah.
The psychology of it is dismal and fascinating at the same time.
Oh, that sucks, Dayhawk. I'm sorry to hear that. Ultimately, like in our community, in our guild, no matter what it is, if we disagree, let's try and have a conversation. Obviously, unless somebody's being just straight up toxic. And, so see where we can get. Sometimes, you can misunderstand in writing and all that. But, yeah, some people just don't want to have a conversation. They just want to, vomit their thoughts.
I choose the path of honor. I believe it is what we choose to do.
Red voice, yeah.
Where or how we are born. When I see cruelty against the weak, when I know my...
Do you want to talk to the fox again, Maya, before I go?
I step in.
Yeah, sure.
How could I not?
He's got you doing safeguards for him. See? He likes you.
Aw, cute.
Ask me questions about me? I mean, I'm just a little guy.
Yeah, I'm not going to get political or anything like that, but I was sort of bemused. Is it Tim Russ, the actor we were talking about, his vocal performance in Elder Scrolls yesterday? He's in Star Trek, Voyager, and many, many other things. And he just tweeted something. I do think sometimes, tweets like that. Why would you do that? It's a strange environment. But he posted something like this. This kind of stupidity should be illegal. Yeah. I try and stay out of absolutely any sort of discussion like that on Twitter or any social media, or ideally written form. Like, I'll have a conversation with anyone who's willing to, who wants to have a conversation. But in writing, and especially that short form on Twitter, it's just, I know it's X or whatever. But yeah.
No one in their right mind calls it.
Yeah, exactly. We ain't found shit. Yes, exactly. We actually watched that clip yesterday on stream. Yeah.
Check it out. So he seems to be from
Sorry, what?
Kirstein's Plane of Oblivion.
Oh, fun. Oh, fun.
Oh, that's easy. I just sniff my way around. Ulsild always said I had a nose that could find a sweet roll in the Deadlands. I just closed my eyes.
Sweet roll in the Deadlands.
That's how I got into the library and the Griffin's domain. Well, there's plenty of places I've never been. But if the fabric of the realm is thin enough and the scent is strong enough, I can nuzzle my way through.
So I'm not entirely clear what he is, but it seems to be a Daedra of some kind.
Fun little trinkets.
What? That sounds amazing. I found some old fantasy novels in a garbage sale. It's a blend of fantasy settings with dinosaurs. Ooh. So far, it's been interesting, but I've never heard of the writer Sarah Tops. So, oh, for fuck's sake! I didn't quite finish reading it. Yeah. Just anything with dinosaurs in it. I was like, oh, that's fun. Yeah.
Got excited.
I know, I did. It's still funny. Sarah Tops.
No, the baker and I were friends.
Yeah, there's a fun little video with Tim Russ. He's literally using like that comb that he uses in the desert, just combing what looks like a litter box, and just saying all the stuff that I've done, and people know me for that one movie. Oh, yeah, Spaceballs.
So grateful. I brought him sweets and trinkets for weeks, no matter how hard he asked me not to. Eventually, he realized
It's weird.
how handy it
Weird
is to have
writing.
a guy like me around. And we've been buddies ever since.
Spaceballs or this?
No, this. Very strange. Alright, let's pick it up a little bit. We go trialing in approximately an hour, so... Ethereal shards in Cyrodiil. Collect fox root. Slay a delve boss.
A fox what? Root? What's fox root?
Yeah. Corrupt merchant. Oh, look at the map. That's fun. Isn't it?
That is fun.
Do you guys wanna have a look around here a little bit, or not really?
Meh. Give me.
Essentially, Chow, we're at your disposal. We're just kind of hanging out. But I should go a little fast.
Yeah, you really should. Get on with it. Get on with it!
Even the books
Oh,
look
so cute.
beautiful. Don't they?
Cute, not the right word, is it? Good looking. Nice looking?
Just cool.
Cool. Okay. But yeah, I'm always a fan when they take us around Tamriel. It just, yep. Let's do it.
Not always.
Sure,
Remember
sure.
the Augur
Yeah.
of the Obscure?
Yeah, no.
The idea behind that actually isn't that bad. It's just the execution of it is sort of appalling. And this is the thing.
I mean, the fact
It's-
that Kira herself said we did not want it to be.
Yeah, because they
Can I just finish?
not only did they steal the player feedback, but they must have seen it themselves. Like, no, this is bad.
Is this a house or a quest area? That was a quest area. Yeah.
Yeah, we're currently on PTS.
Yes.
But here's the thing with fetch quests. I think one of the big problems is that whenever you feel like a product has been made by someone on the decisions they've made around it are based on a lack of respect for you, the consumer, that just feels bad. Like, you can get a lot more analytical about it. So, but I think at the end of the day, that's the clincher. If you feel like this bit of writing is dumb, because the person who wrote it doesn't expect any intelligence from you or whoever is reading or watching it, then yeah, that's not a nice feeling. The same goes for level design, quest design. Sometimes it's not that. Sometimes people just run out of time and money.
Yeah.
But ultimately, if it feels like you're being shortchanged, or your intelligence is being
Challenged, but not in a good way.
yeah, like if it's just
Must
not
turn my
respected
brain off.
or presumed absent, yeah.
My brain is often presumed absent. What? Yeah.
I think that's what I keep coming back to.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah.
Where else can we go? Have I been blind? I don't see any other markers.
Oh, it's behind you. That didn't work.
Slay a delve boss in the rift. Let's just go and do that. Pick a delve, any delve.
Pick a delve, any delve. The one on the left.
No, which one? Come on.
Ford Greenwell Explorer. What? Hang on, what?
Oh, Greenwall?
Yeah, Greenwall.
This one. Yeah, okay.
Pick a zone on his own. Pick a delve, any delve. I love that hairdo. Oh, the kitty's gone. Just looks cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Green wall. I was reading a green well. Well.
Where?
Wow. So yeah, how close or far are you from the 10-year thing? Do you know? From the achievement?
Miles away.
Yeah, I did a little...
Miles and miles. I've basically done no DLC stuff. Base game, Craglawn, and then I think it's Morrowind, Northern Elsewhere, Southern Elsewhere.
Man, I've got so little ticked. I mean, it's the hero of...
That might be it.
Aldmeri...
Oh yeah, Rothgar.
Yeah. I mean, the hero, you know, the main storyline, the hero of the ADDCEP, I've got all of that, but then, yeah, I'm missing a ton.
But I quite like doing story content. It's just,
You want to have proper time for it. How's the ink drop rate for scribing? Is it more like gold or thing like decorative wax?
haven't really been looting.
But I think finished it years ago. Finished everything. Or just the main quest.
I literally haven't dropped any ink from anything. But I've looted almost nothing either, so I'm sorry, I don't know. Hang on. Isn't the boss supposed to be here?
Bossy boss is gone.
What? I'm on PTS. There's no way somebody else killed it. Did I just kill it? No.
Oh, really? Everything. Everything in the game. The whole game. The whole ESO. Or like the stories. Yeah, I'm still missing so much. It's really dreadful because that's what got me into this game. We were just questing. And then some more questing. And then I started doing trials and running a guild and all of this and suddenly stopped questing.
I'm fairly confused by that. What are the chances that someone was just in here on PTS? Almost zero.
And you definitely haven't done it.
None of the ads were dead.
All story quests, use an add-on to find all the side quests I missed as well. Ooh, I think there's maybe like 3 quests in Cyrodiil that I'd say I haven't done. But when you got there, they weren't that weird. When I read, it's only available at a certain stage. Oh. Oh, that's amazing. Nicely done. I think there's a screechy kitty.
Yeah, there's a cat kicking my mouse around. Sorry. Maybe you should just go to another delve. I'll give this another minute, but...
Saying questy for 2 years before I jumped into trials. Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much exactly the same time I did. That's, yeah. I tried, like, some dungeons and I was sort of scared. But, yeah. said. Oh, he's at my footrest now. Cheeky monkey.
Yeah, I'm gonna bail.
Aww.
I think this is bug.
Oh. Hey, Kamul.
I'm not sure how that happens, but...
Hammer. The ink drops from various things and different ones unlock as you progress the story. For example, delve bosses or harvesting nodes are different. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
And they did change it up as well, pretty sure, right? Because the drop rate, like, week 1 was...
Didn't even get to beam. Holy crap. Okay, a Thieves Guild heist? Or pickpocket from a corrupt merchant? Should definitely do that one, right?
Yeah.
It's weird, they're not, like... The quest markers aren't appearing. Tusk. And by the way, if anyone's wondering, this is stuff you only have to do once. You can do it per character, obviously, but yeah, there's no need.
Yeah.
Talk to your Scalarium allies for clues. What? I think that might be a bug.
Oh no.
Quest marker doesn't seem to comport with the quest stage.
Well, that's a shame.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, you sometimes
look
are.
like-
Not often. I'm going to say that.
I'm glad we got the pest problem from earlier.
Oh, no, it's correct.
I love those glasses.
Going under the most awful and dusty places.
Oh my god, I just spotted his little tash.
The fox was able to leave Lost Prospect, yes. I believe the land he speaks of is just...
Weird.
Julian and I placed bet. I'm not normally one
Here we go.
to advocate pickpocketing, but I know of these merchants in the rift.
Oh no, his fingers are going through his
Malton and Sean
thingy. Clipboard. I always think when they pull their clipboard, a nice big feather to write with out of somewhere. Where did that come from? Pray tell.
Don't tell.
All the sky shards are really triggering me, but it's PTS. It's PTS. It's fine.
Shore's bones. Handsome man in Valkyrie. Just riding the completely opposite way. Thought that didn't look right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we are. Where is this corruption?
Over here, Initiate. The guild has need of you, comrade.
Guys? Seriously? Shore's Stone has these guys? That's brilliant. Just has one guild hall for both guilds. They share a lavatory. Ted, what are you doing? He's just creeping along my desk right in front
I
of
can
me.
hear it as well. Just
A, I see you, and B, there's no reason to creep, there's nothing here. Dumbo. I think I lost something. Oh no! Somebody picked my pocket! Alright. Wait, wait, wait. That's 3 out of 3, right? Yeah. So all this stuff is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
They've thought it through, you know, they've... To the extent that these are fetch quest adjacent things, they've sort of disguised them sufficiently that it doesn't... It certainly doesn't bother me. And there's enough stuff in between that... You know, you don't mind so much. Hang on. Where was the Griffin door? Is that over here? It's this one, right? Yeah.
Did you just say Gryffindor? No.
Yeah.
Ted has his peril.
Gryffindor.
Ted has his peril-sensitive sunglasses on. He can't see you. You can't see him.
I really don't love this. You just can't... Am I crazy? Let's try it again.
You probably are, yeah.
It's crazy. Should I kill the hawkers?
No. No.
Why not?
No.
No.
No, Drezik. Yeah, anyway.
Goats just mocking me.
What are they eating? There's no grass.
They're licking the salt off the ice.
There is no salt on the ice, otherwise there would be no ice. It would melt. Isn't that a thing?
No.
Yeah.
Well, seawater can still freeze. Salt water.
No, but like if you chuck ice, you know, if it's icy out.
Yeah,
and
no,
you chuck...
I know.
Bah, bah. Hey, there are some people.
Oh, there are folks in here.
Hello. How's it going? Don't ink them. You guys made me ink.
You've done it! I knew you would. I could smell it on you.
The fox is just so awesome, rooting for us, you know, all the way. I love it.
But that might just be what I ate for breakfast.
What?
Is this anyone we know? No.
Mortal, welcome back.
Why would we know
Standing
them?
Against injustice is a reward
I don't know.
all its own. But
Yes, it was a small world.
Well. The time I've had with my oldest and dearest friend has been a balm on
True.
my heart, and together we've come up with a plan. If I am to lend you my strength, if you are to master scribing, you must complete for me a boon.
A boon.
It's a tradition at this point. You have been as a shield for those that need it. Now
You have
the
been as a
Fox and
shield.
I want you to protect those closer to home. I am. In the end, as she always was, Ulfsild was right.
Hey, the camera's moving.
Cannot be its only defense.
Yeah, it's fun.
With the help of my
It is a little bit disorienting at times. Like, it's like, no, moving,
reinforce our own. Speak to the fox, mortal. This was his clever idea, and he will be your guide. In the meantime, I will make preparations.
By the way, one of the things we've been talking about recently is having more of a like a DPS workshop Q&A type thing on the stream. Obviously, we're doing some scribing stuff right now, but in the spirit of that, in the spirit of testing out that idea of just having a not even just DPS, but just Q&A in general for PvE stuff. And if we don't know something, then we'll just say it. But we've been around long enough. There's a lot of stuff that we do know, so
ask questions.
feel free. If there's anything minor or major that's been
Bothering
bugging you, then yeah.
Why is that Indrik so shiny? Hey, Lulu.
Yeah. I'll talk to the fox.
Move quickly and with courage as you steal these magics, mortal. The fox is a stalwart ally, but where you are going, the shadows run deep.
But yeah, hey, speaking of what?
I was just going to say, it reminds me a little of Wes Johnson, the voice over here. It's a similar sort of
Aurora.
not that, but I mean, his Skyrim guard.
Yeah.
Is pretty. His Oblivion guard. Sorry, Imperial City Watch. It's a pretty similar voice, actually.
Yes.
What are we gonna do with the magic we steal?
This may surprise you, as our last moment together was a tempest of frost and ice.
Tempest of frost
Phil
and ice.
I were great collaborators.
That's fun.
Before the departure of the Schularium, we dreamed of ever-vigilant watchers that would protect the complex. Yes, animated armor based off Ulfsild's design. Sentinels that can stand guard even when my gaze falters. All those years ago, we felt there was no pressing need. Until it was too late.
I'm going to be a real pain in the ass and ask chat. If you have no opinion, then that's probably healthy. But I'm just wondering, this always catches my attention. Based off of. It's not a thing that only Americans say. I feel like you hear it in the UK as well. But it's based on. You don't base something off anything else. And I know it's super common, but that doesn't mean it is technically right. I don't really care, I'm not going to correct anyone and make them stop using this. But when someone is a writer, a professional writer, and especially when they're writing fantasy dialogue, I feel like you kind of need to get it right, or at least needs to be at least classic in some way. You know what I mean? Like, not everyone has to get their pronouns all correct and all that kind of shit, but using slang that teenagers have started saying, they don't know how to speak properly. To me, that's what this is. But I learned English in a different way to a lot of others, so maybe that's just me. But what do you think, Maya, as someone who learned English as a second language based off of? Is that correct? Is that wrong? Is it?
I would say it's something people use. Correct or not? That's interesting. Yeah. I don't read the dialogues enough to notice, yeah. Also, no idea what teens use in English slang. That's so true. I don't know either, other than like hanging out. But then we don't hang out with any Brits.
No newsreader has ever said this. Let me put it that way. Like, that doesn't mean that is how we should all speak. No one speaks like that, except newsreaders when they're at work. You know what I mean? But
yeah, sometimes I do sort of listen or read dialogue and think, is that right? But then I think, well, I'm not a native speaker. Maybe I've missed something.
Yeah, like if this shows up in the patch note, I don't care. But if it shows up in this sort of grandiose dialogue, I don't know. It really clangs. Whether it's right or wrong, it clangs to me. Anyway,
You clang.
Yeah, so... Oh. My Twitch has crashed.
Oh, no.
There we go. I was trying to read the comments. There we go.
He is loyal.
Does happen sometimes.
To a fault.
And don't get me wrong, it doesn't keep me up at night or anything. It's like when people say hysterical when they mean hilarious. It just, I don't even, I never say anything, I never react. I just know that it's wrong. And
beneath my wings.
Yeah. To be fair, when
what's the other thing? Literally. I was literally, people do that all the time. Again, I never say anything, I never comment on it. It's just...
My head literally fell off. No, it didn't though, did it?
Yeah,
I think
again, it's the type of thing, if it were used wrongly in this context, it would really clang. I'd be like, no, that's not, the character wouldn't say that.
I was literally watching the stream, yeah. I think based on is direct correlation, and based off of is like semi-correlation.
Is that you speaking, Maya, or is that someone?
No, just reading a comment.
The
on
YouTube comment.
Yeah. Oh, that's yeah. We are streaming on two platforms, Twitch and YouTube. So I'm not responding to the voices in my head.
Anyway, really not a big deal. It's just, I think when writing fantasy dialogue, it's one of those irritating rakes you can step on. You can't write this as you would speak.
I would not be talking to you.
Yeah, and certain
Typically.
things, what Crimson Phoenix, hello by the way, certain things become part of the language if used enough, even if wrong. That is also true, which can be frustrating.
Yeah, that happens all the time, and eventually you just got to get over it. A lot of English, modern English, is based on corruptions and morphings of words that didn't originally mean what they mean. Oh, we've already read all that. Talks to the fox.
Regional, yeah. It's yeah.
On an adventure to steal magic from Daedric princes. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah, it can be sort of weird when you're fairly certain that's not right.
Another weird one that I run into a lot with American English is that they say this is different than that. X is different than Y. And again, it's just the way I have learned English. Like, that's wrong
Why is
to
there
me. You can't be different than something. It's different from or different to, and you could argue which one of those is correct. But than, it's, better than, larger than, smaller than. Not different than. You know what I mean?
American, yeah.
It's one of those things, the Americans say it all the time, so it's not worth getting upset about it or wondering if it's right. Just go with it.
That fox isn't talking Crimson Phoenix, that's just in your head. But it does, however, sing banana sometimes. Minion banana. Implies a difference. Yeah.
Hey, look where we're going, Maya.
We just read that, was like, okay, so in the next DLC we're going to go and see Hermaeus Mora, Mehrunes Dagon, and Nocturnal.
Nocturnal.
Nocturnal! It's a little like here in Denmark, the part I'm from, we use the word, yeah, I'm not going to pronounce that one. Khan, do you want to read that comment?
My Twitch player keeps crashing. It's just the player part.
It sometimes happens, but yeah, it's going, and it says that.
Yeah, I know that. That's like Oh, that's funny. Yeah. So my family is from Colling, and the surrounding area, Lulu. And my mum has, she's dead now, but one of our family friends had a proper Sunojysk accent, so she would roll the R in that word as well. I can't even do it, but she had the most fantastic accent.
Oh,
super
live
old
close
school,
to that. That's fun.
thing. But yeah, that's a word that my family uses a lot.
Yeah, Schnacks. It's not like that in every language. Like we were just talking about that the other day, that English actually is a freaking pain in the ass, because there is a lot that's not really, it's not set in stone, and things change. Like Czech grammar, it's set in stone. You've got everything is laid out. The way,
it's like Latin.
Yeah.
There are very few exceptions, right?
Yeah. There are things like when there is a Y or I, because they sound the same. So you spend your childhood being tested whether it's Y or I, and it's like crazy big deal. But you have like several words that you have to memorize for some of those things. So there might be sort of exceptions in a way. But oh my lordy lord, it's a pain in the ass. But like you are trained as a kid, so I don't even have to think about it. I just write it and I know that's correct. I mean, yeah, mostly. Mostly. Southern Jutlandish is fun. I don't understand it. Yeah.
I remember the first time my sister and I really came across that accent, that Southern Jutland thing. There's a phrase in Danish which means peace and quiet. And because of the way they roll their R's, it would come out as ro. And we thought this was so funny. We were like, I don't know, 6 and 7 or something like that. And it's still a thing that my dad says. When you know that way that dads have when it's like, no chores to do, I'm just gonna have my coffee or have my beer or whatever. I'm gonna sit down and watch the game. You know what I mean? Dad time. He still talks about getting some Fred or rope when it's time for that. Peace and quiet.
Oh, that's fun.
With the Griffin while he was frozen, but not all the time. He wasn't holding up his.
Man, there is a lot of dialogue.
Because everybody wants to talk to the fox. Because the little fox is
They
good.
did. I did ask CJ how much of the budget for dialogue and stuff was taken up by scribing, and it's a huge chunk. They weren't sure, but they were thinking maybe 60-40.
Wow. I'm lucky to be bilingual. I speak English and American.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I'm gonna mess it up, but the sort of the proverbial relationship between America and England, or the UK, I should say, or just Britain in general. Britain and America, two countries, two allies divided by a common language, rather than united by a common language.
Yeah. Trilingual. I speak good American, bad American, and redneck.
Yeehaw!
Wow.
Books?
Smells like Teen Spirit? No?
Mm-hmm. What's Apocrypha like?
Is it soda or pop or soda pop? Oh, changes by state. I see. Yeah.
Let's just hope we can keep a low profile over there.
Oh, really?
That's fun.
Is there anyone who says pop? I don't think I've ever heard that. I guess it's just not represented in pop culture, funnily enough.
Sorry, that was really bad.
I've definitely heard of like soda pop and
it's
soda.
regional, yeah.
Hey, can I get a soda? But yeah, no, I've never. Have you come across that, Maya? I think the only place I've seen that is in super old English, British comics, where they talk about getting a bottle of pop. You know, like lemonade.
I have no idea where I came across it, but I have. Like, I recognize it. But yeah. What does soda refer to? Like lemonade? Because for me,
it could be a fizzy drink, or it could be soda water,
yeah,
right?
because for me, soda is soda water. Yeah, in Czech, it's literally called sodovka, and that's not a joke.
Sodovka.
Or just soda, yeah. Carbonated beverage is like, it's any sort of carbonated beverage. Okay. I think it's the Northeast US, they call it nehi, what? Which is a grape carbonated drink, like grape Coke. Ooh. Well, exactly, Loon. That is what sodovka, that is how it's pronounced. It's spelled Sodovka, I think. And it's just carbonated water, but yeah.
It does sound like an irate middle-aged gentleman. God, sod off, you bloody... Yeah.
But there are some sort
stealing
of...
creation from Nocturnal? Where?
I had to really sniff hard for a place I could wriggle through to.
Nocturnal? We haven't spent a huge amount of time in the Evergloam, have we?
Are we going to the Evergloam? Oh my.
Evergloam sounds like a real D- power metal band.
Because foxes are the best animals, yeah.
Dark and full of shadows.
I really was for a split second dark and full of shadows. He really lingered on that shh sound.
Try not to get caught.
It's like Alex Jones, dark and full of shadows. Oh dear. What a gorgeous view, though. What a lovely vista there.
I don't know. I
Super
still
cool.
think Castle Thorn is pretty rad. Like, it's huge, absolutely huge. So yeah. Aw, Fox is just going to be sillying around now.
Fox is foxing. full disclosure, I am grabbing a couple of videos, a couple of clips I might use on YouTube. You gotta have the material, right? And I hadn't actually been in this area for more than like 30 seconds. But just go click, 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 click.
Well, I'm glad you're chilling here. But speaking of Lulu, that's a hell of a segue. We are doing a very, very special housing tour this Saturday at 2 p.m. BST, 9 a.m. EDT. And well, I mean, if it wasn't written at the bottom, hopefully you can guess who the theme is inspired by. But yeah, it's inspired by Hermaeus Mora and Sheogorath. And it's with Lulu's House Folio and raising money for Wes Johnson's Voiceapalooza, supporting the Alzheimer's Association, which we're supporting all month long. So if you guys haven't donated but have been thinking about it, do it. Don't forget. It goes through Tiltify, so straight to the Alzheimer's Association. It's a fantastic cause. Yeah. I realised I said Alzheimer's, don't forget. But you know, yeah. It's a really worthy cause. They do fantastic work. And yeah, it's going on all May and part of June. So yeah, there's still lots more to come, but I'm super duper excited about this housing tour on Saturday. And yeah, the houses, we picked them. Lulu and I, went through all the houses that are on House Folio. Well, not all of them. Well, all of them, because there are so many. They're all incredible. But I found ones that fit the theme. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. Better to have it and not need it, and then vice versa. Speaking of the chill is over. Let's go. Yeah. Went through a lot, exactly. And found it. That's exactly right. Went through a lot of them and found as many as we could to squeeze in that really fit the theme. Yeah, I was really sad. There was one that we both were like, yeah, got to see that one, but the owner changed it up since. I was like, no, but I want to see it. And yeah, I think I've seen most, at least some of them already before, but they are incredible and I can't wait to see them again. It's one of those things you can just keep walking around for ages. And probably keep finding more and more fun new details, which is even better.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry to leave you looking at a dead screen for a minute there.
We survived. Sky shot! So is this character's template full 3,600 or what? But just not scribing? Yeah.
Just not scribing, yeah.
Portal to the Scholarium.
Feels bad. The weather has got so nice in... Oh, hang on. What? That's not what I meant to do.
Why did you do it then? Why did you do it? Yeah, closing the blind seems so silly when it's so lovely outside, but hey.
Yeah, exactly. I just lowered... They're not quite blackout blinds, but they are, close. So I need to find the fox and green show. There we go. Fongoth. Great name. Isn't there some Necrom-related stuff just around here as well? Yeah, this is also here.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
That's funny, that, isn't it?
But Hermaeus Mora is actually
Hermaeus Mora, sorry.
That's consistent, right?
Yeah.
What's important is we're here because Apocrypha is close. So close I can smell the ink. The Daedric Prince of
Such silly lines, I love it.
He's always doing projects, the Griffin says, so he's always using Creatia. We just have to be as crafty as he is. Lucky for us, you've got that lens Ulfsild made all those years ago. With the lens, you should be able to find your way. Just watch out for weird Apocrypha magic. And traps.
It's one of the most American voiceovers we've had.
Don't worry,
but it suits the character really well.
Yeah. It's a cutie. Yeah, I'm assuming we'll have... I mean, we have some fox pets already, which are pretty awesome.
Yeah. I love this asset. Always fun.
Yeah. I mean, as much as I love our new Discord, the header, because it's all, Ethelia-esque, I really did love that when we had that portal.
That would be cool for an Arcanist video, right?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, I'm an Arcanist. Obscured forum. Weird.
That's when Kevin just closes the window.
No thanks.
So I've had enough.
People are being silly again.
The lurkers are brilliant.
Oh my goodness, that's horrible.
Yeah, right.
Those things are so creepy. Gee. Yeah, I love when Elder Scrolls just does creep, because they do it really well. Horror, bring it. Give me more. Yeah, I want more.
Note smells like the nearby room. We must be getting close.
4 candles? 4 candles.
Yes. Yeah, like what's it called? That horror thing? The nightmare. Oh, my brain is just not...
Hang on, no, we need to remember this. Help me out. Reveal this treasure by lighting candles in this specific order. Starting from the entrance, the first candle lies farthest, awaiting its first light. Second candle beckons as you gaze southward. Next candle sits to the north, and then beneath you a final candle awaits. Starting from the end.
In terms of creep, can they really beat Bastion? Isn't that creepy? I mean, I don't know.
I'd say Jakan might be the creepiest. He's that, oh, she says no, well that means yes kind of guy.
Yeah. Yeah, when I played through the whole year-long adventure with him in it, I was like, oh, no. And even the writer was like, oh, there's the guy that you love to hate. And I was thinking, why is he in there then? Written quite... Yeah, exactly. Cringed, really, yeah, exactly.
I think because they wrote him as just, a womanizer in the base game. And then they decided, looking back, that
yeah,
well, he was a douche, and that they should just write up doucheness. I don't know, that was my take on it.
Yeah, I really just...
There's any excuse to bring Steve Bloom back, right?
That is true. I don't know, I just thought that he was just too yucky, and whenever I do that dungeon, well, not that we've done the story so many times, I just want to leave him in there to be eaten by whatever eats him. Yeah. Because he doesn't really get, if at least, he was sort of put down, and I don't mean literally physically, but, dude, no. But nothing really happens, he's just there.
Yeah, no one ever tells him to can it, and that it's not okay, yeah.
Yeah, which was...
So,
yeah. Alright, so what?
I think I've got the order correct.
Left, then right, then left. No?
Left, right, left, right.
Left, right, left, right, left.
Dude.
Well, you serve them so the first candle lies the furthest from the entrance. The second candle, as you gaze southwards, the next candle sits to the north, and then beneath you the final candle awaits.
What is that?
That's not a candle, is it?
Eldritch Creation. No, I already did the candle stuff.
Oh, never mind. I was trying to help.
Yeah, Dawnbreaker. Get right.
Yeah. Can't.
If I were Ron Perlman, what would I say? It's a seeker. Seek this.
The seeker's going to report you for...
He didn't ask me not to. He loves it.
He loves a good taco dip. Is that the rule? Like, it's not it asks you to stop, you have to stop?
I think that's the rule.
Okay.
Because it can be considered harassment if someone said, "Oh, please don't do that to me," and you continue. Yeah, but let's not get onto that because
Yeah.
the whole thing is a very fraught conversation. People who insist on teabagging others don't. Yeah, in order to bully them, not a great look. And people who get all freaked out when a player like crouches over their body, not a great look either, in my opinion.
The one thing that
So-
really bugs me, and I hate when people do that, but that's different. It's I've had this happen to me a few times when I'm just trying to port, and like in a city, and somebody comes and does that memento that knocks you out of port. And I actually had this asshole follow me after like the 4th, 5th time, and I could have just gone to the wasteland, but I was just being lazy, and I actually just messaged, could you not, please? I'm just trying to port. And they kept doing it. It's like, okay, you just an asshole. That's no other. Yeah, they just followed me around. So then I just went to a way shrine. They had that happen again, like a couple of weeks ago. I thought, yeah, exactly. Report. No, that's just too far. Like, why would you make somebody else's day annoying?
If you are, you know the answer. If feeling powerless is something that they're used to and tired of, having just that tiny bit of power to pester someone else can be
Yeah.
very alluring for, enticing, just that brief moment. Yeah, you basically have to be very immature or fucking idiot, that out of touch with what's.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can see my failed bar swaps when I'm casting Camo Hunter by accident.
Yeah, is that why you're casting it?
I mean,
It's
not
an
always, but yeah,
accident. Kidding.
generally
yeah.
that's why.
No, it does sometimes happen. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I pressed bar swap, and that's not what I was expecting.
Yeah, but my bar swap was bound to my mouse. We'd have already complained about this on stream. Sadly, I cleaned the living crap out of the mouse a few days ago. It did seem to get a bit better, but it's clearly not. Oh, clearly not the only issue. I do need to just get a new mouse.
Yeah.
Certainly before DPS testing starts. Imagine that. I'm in the middle of a Templar execute. It's gone really well, and I get a failed bar swap. Actually, that's a good point. I need to do it in the next couple of weeks, or I'm screwed.
Yeah. Do you see many scribing abilities in your rotations?
No, none.
Yeah. So how many changes are there for DPS coming up in update 42 in general? There's a bit on the Necro, which you already covered in your guide.
That's good. Well, yeah, but that doesn't actually change anything. It's just sort of there.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Just get a little more damage. Same with the Nightblade, you get a little more cleave. That is a very good question, Maya. Off the top of my head, nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So you won't need to do that much testing. I'm just saying.
Oh, except Netch on the Warden.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You actually want to slot it.
Noise. I need a quiet
This is a
mice.
damn-
I dislike the clicking sound while I pass. Yeah. Oh, that's a fun portal. Oh, it's to Evergloam. Ooh, Evergloam. Who loves Evergloam?
I don't love it. But yeah, I'm down.
Hey, Ted.
It's basically just that delve in Clockwork City.
Yeah, yeah. Still fun. I just love all the colors, the pinky purples in the dark. It just looks so fun and magical and just different, right?
Where the fuck am I? Seriously. Evergloam. So this is an existing map? Because Whispering Cutthroat is a little...
Yep.
Oddly specific. But we do have these ladies. The Shrikes, who are basically clothed in their own hair. Not much else.
I love when they gave us that dress. It did have a top. Because, yeah. They look pretty scary. You're so close.
You see what I mean,
yeah.
though? They're...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Of course I do.
Mate, whatever your perception
I love that hammer.
That is in Fallout. It's absolutely terrible. I mean, it is a kitty in medium armor, but still. Alright, where are we going? Where are we going, Mr. Fox?
Foxmez. Yeah. I want those hairstyles, though, in the game, to get on the character.
We got something pretty close.
It's similar, but, like, I want a lot longer hair. I've got it on a few of my characters, that sort of long hair. But this one is uber long. But yeah, I imagine it would be kind of... Because if it's just moving on its own, then it's going to be just... that would be insane, and it probably wouldn't look good at all. And if it's just sort of sticking to your character, then that probably wouldn't be that nice. Yeah. You stole something. Nah.
It's a Dunlop lady.
As hairdos go, this game has got pretty great stuff. But I like more styles. Also, I'd like the same thing that you get in The Witcher, that you go to a hair salon and can change your hairdo. That'd be cool.
Shit, was that it? We're done in here? Damn.
Wow, that was quick.
I can't leave the instance. That'd be cheating.
Oh fuck it! Just leave the instance.
Can't. I literally can't.
There's a hairstyle I want in game that hasn't been released yet. Long hair with bangs. But, like, is it in the game that some characters have it? Or, like, I just want that hairstyle? Because... Oh, it's not in the game at all. Right, yeah.
But it's been data mined or whatever. Yes.
It's not yet. Yeah, cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't really kept up with data mine.
No, I was asking.
Yeah, it's...
I wasn't declaring it has been data mined. Oh, so we actually go to Skingrad. Go. So whoever hasn't seen it yet...
Whoop, whoop.
Here we are.
Westweald. I don't know what that was. Yeah, it's so pretty.
That it is. Yeah, they packed it with atmosphere. They did a great job, as usual. The surprises.
Yeah, their zone design is just on
They got it down.
point. Hey, we should look at our vocal hero segment thing.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to go to Skingrad. One of mine. Supposed to go to Auridon. Yeah, let's do it.
Fucked it up. All right.
Do you want me to go and find? I can't remember who it is today. Sorry.
It's Alfred Molina.
Of course it is. Do you want me to go and find Abner?
Yeah. Go and chat with Abner. Yes, plus. This is how Test 4 looked in my head when I was a kid. Yeah. Hey, Tras. Hello.
Yeah, we actually went back there. It still looks amazing.
Yeah, we did a little comparison. Yeah.
It is very. It looks very empty and sort of unfurnished when you compare it to this game, obviously. But man, I cannot help but be tantalized like a madman whenever we're talking ESO and we play something else like, I don't know, BG3 and Cyberpunk and even Diablo 4 to a degree, stuff like that, and you just think, oh man. Or some of the newer Assassin's Creeds, because they're very open world seeming, aren't they?
Yeah.
Very different games, but a lot of the world design.
Yeah, Tras. So Alfred Molina, like, he's done so much stuff. Your favorite? Do you have a movie, Khan, that you love him the most in, or you love that movie and he's in it and it's awesome? Anyone?
I thought
go,
he was
go.
terrific in Frida.
That is, that Frida is my all-time favorite movie, and it's never going to be knocked off that pedestal. I think 20 years, it's still up there.
Oh, he plays. He's kind of a dick.
Oh yeah.
Repeatedly, he's a serial disappointment. His character in that movie, but the actor, in a way that isn't necessarily in the script, just makes you sympathize with him despite that. I mean, he's kind of a villain of the piece, but
No, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, he plays a real historical figure as well.
Yep.
So it'd be wrong to just do it cartoonish. But yeah, he's amazing. When someone is a very bad partner, but you still understand why the hero of the movie might want to be with them. Not an easy thing to accomplish, and I think a big part of why that movie succeeds there is because of him.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
But I love him in this. I think he's one of my favorite voiceovers. He's not my favorite character by any means, but I love how much he brings Jennifer Hale levels of presence to that character.
Yeah.
With a bit more swagger, because Lyris doesn't get to swagger very much. She's actually kind of a little bit vanilla in terms of delivery, and that that we talked about that. That's where Jennifer Hale is so great, that she manages to inject so much, and she isn't given that much drama to work with. Abner has way more drama to work with. He's a much more he's an extremely privileged individual.
Well,
that's always fun for a performer, right?
While you're looking for him, I'm just going to play that little segment, the little interview.
Yeah, that's great. Perfect.
The character I play in The Elder Scrolls is called Abner Tharn. The best way to describe him would be supremely confident and arrogant. A man who clearly has a very, very high opinion of himself and a very low opinion of others, which is even more crucial. There's this ongoing sense of him being very sarcastic and very aloof. He doesn't quite believe that anyone can be as powerful or as strong or as decisive as he is, or as they need to be.
Yep.
So there's always this little tension of trying to, he's very sparing with his compliments, but very generous with his sarcasm.
I know more about the Daedra than any man or mer alive. For good or ill, my family has always kept ties with the forces of oblivion, and this much I know. One cannot kill a Daedric prince. But we have the Amulet of Kings. So, we're to stumble blindly into the catacombs beneath a crumbling ruin abandoned for an age. Lovely. That bearded idiot swordmaster will lead us straight into a trap, no doubt.
It's my small-minded nephew, Jabad. The lad was petty and cruel for the enjoyment of it. I always suspected he'd meet an untimely end. Leave him to his fate. It's kinder than he deserves. And then what? I've no idea what will happen to you. Apotheosis? Disintegration? Too many unknowns and not enough information. But if you defeat Molag Bal and survive, your soul and the soul of every other surviving vestige should be restored. The Amulet of Kings is a relic of Akatosh, the dragon god of time. His powers embody the qualities of perseverance and invincibility, while promoting the virtues of duty, service, and obedience. Make of that what you will. One of the big elements in the character is that he's very, very, sort of very pompous and very arrogant, but he's actually very funny, and his sarcasm and his kind of sort of dismissal of other people can be really. I mean, there's one line where he's talking to Lyris, and he says something like, in a very kind of understanding and supportive and sympathetic way, he says, something like, I understand this must be very hard for you, Lyris, but don't be an idiot. Something like that. And it's just that, I mean, I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember the line now, but it was the turn of phrase that because it started off so kind of like he was just about to give her a hug, and then it turns into this kind of like wonderful slap in the face, and it was that way of just turning within a line, turning everything around like that was very indicative of him. But that line in particular, it must be very as hard as it might be for you, Lyris. Don't be an idiot. Kind of made me laugh.
I really like that this guy
The character
obviously.
I play in the Elder Scrolls
No, that's
Online
for
is
some
King
other
Emmerich.
time. That he understands what he's doing. He understands the character. It's really, really cool.
It really is. You watch the rest of that video, and none of the others have anywhere near that level of insight.
Oh, nice one, Truss. Kamul, I'm sure Khan remembers the exact line. Probably.
No, I don't. I mean, those two have quite a few exchanges, though. Like,
yeah, they do.
I'm surprised repeated blows to the wit. No, what is it? What is it? I'm surprised repeated blows to the head haven't dulled your wit, Titanborn, or something like that. It's just like
rude.
Not the best zinger I've ever heard, but
bloody rude.
He's always taken.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, he just looks like a dick as well. It's not like super villain, like evil character, but he just looks like the banker who won't give you a loan. Or you know what I mean? He looks like the sort of functionary who stands in the way of the hero character's success. He's not that by any means, but yeah, good fun.
You must be here about my summons. Good, good. I was just telling Lord Gareshri and Chimera that someone would answer my call. Since you're here, I presume you will wholeheartedly agree to help us save Elsewhere from a rage of dragons?
I mean, who released them?
Oh yeah.
Which school actually released those dragons? Come on. Let's talk about that.
A rage of dragons?
In your own homeland?
So much better than flock or herd, don't you think? The Khajiiti Defense Force isn't prepared to deal with a threat as big as dragons, especially since they were in the process of trying to liberate Rimmen when the great creatures arrived.
Yeah, he's a little bit nicer in Elsewhere,
Stay
true.
focused. We can deal with that later.
Base game is just...
Right now, we must assist the Defense Force. We'll rendezvous at their command post. On your way, however, I have another task for you. I detected several surges of...
You could have a role in a certain Christmas story. What, elf? Yeah.
I just it doesn't immediately sound like Alfred Molina at all.
No, it really doesn't.
Of course it does. We just heard him speaking
Mhm.
in his natural speaking voice, and this is quite different. It's much more reined in. He's he's always talking down to us just a little bit. Even here, where he is being quite friendly and asking for our help. But yeah, he's a pompous ass.
Yeah, he really is, yeah. Yeah, what a fantastic performance. Love it.
Isn't there something dark about him which we all know what his character is like and what he's capable of, but there's a thing about Cliviathan, his daughter, that is quite interesting. So he's super old, by the way. He's much older than he looks because he's a mage. And let me get this right. So Emperor Leovic, who was the guy that Varin Aquilarius booted out in the first place. He's one of the Longhouse Emperors, the last of the Longhouse Emperors. Tharn arranged and encouraged a marriage between Clivia, his daughter, and Emperor Leovic in order to, for his grandson to be emperor. Then Leovic was killed, and he's like, fuck, this is a problem. So he convinces Varin to marry his daughter after that. Like, it's just, especially to a modern audience where we don't, like in the Middle Ages, that is how daughters were treated, I guess. But to us, that's just really fucking cold. To just use your own family as bargaining chips like that. No wonder she...
Good old days.
And we never meet her quite directly, but the fact that not everyone knows she's been replaced when she's been so horrible means that the real Clivia must have been a real piece of work as well. So, no wonder she turned out to be such a cow. Anyway. But yeah, that's pretty dark, right? And he then gets her installed as... And He doesn't quite persuade Manamako to marry her, but it sounds like he would have done. Good.
I was formulating a spell to track the dragons when I noticed several surges of arcane energy not far from here. They reminded me of an old acquaintance. Has a way with portals. If it is him, I want you to secure his help against the dragons.
And way later, one of his descendants imprisons and impersonates Uriel Septim, aka Captain Picard. Yeah. Oh my god, Ted, you're a pain in the... Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I think they went with the Thans, because in the base game, for a while you're guessing as to whether he's friendly or not. Like, he's presented to us as a villain very early on. And Lyris does not believe for a minute that he's there to help.
Yeah. Well, any hoodle poodle, I'm afraid that's it for today, but we will be back tomorrow again with the dungeons and housing. Awesome, awesome housing. So if you haven't followed, make sure to do so. You don't want to miss it. Whoa, that suddenly got really loud.
Sorry, I turned it down.
No, that's fine. No worries. No worries. Yeah, let's go and say hi to a medic. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. And see you tomorrow.